Okay, welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda, where we are going to continue with the missions. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to do on the Nexus, and we will probably do them in ascending order of importance, so we'll do all of the kind of ancillary stuff first. Things like interviews and the like, before we actually progress the main plot. Build those shaders. Build them. Andromeda cultural exchange. That would propose. I mean, I suppose we could have intra Andromeda compulsory, cultural exchange between the members of that. Like the Solarians and the Taurians and the rest, but an Asari journalist wants to meet us. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see where we need to go. Oh, there you go. We need to go that way to meet the Asari journalist. Yeah, so I guess you could have cultural exchange between the Taurians and the Krogan and the Solarians and the humans and the Asari. But you would also think cultural exchange, with the species that actually exist here. Be interesting to see if that's actually possible at any point, or if it's just shoot the cat, shoot them all.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute? Ryder, isn't it? Kerry Tvessa, freelance vidmaker. This is Hakim, my producer. I could use your help.
What are you looking for?
Director Tans asked for an uplifting documentary on the initiative. Translation, paint rainbows over our problems. But our problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
Nice to see someone so devoted to her work.
That's kind. Sometimes the camera makes people shy away from me.
That's a shame.
So that's what I need. The truth, I mean. Someone needs to record the history we're making.
It takes integrity to record the truth and nothing but.
Well, I do my best. And you could help me out. The heart of my documentary will be an interview series. I was hoping you'd take part. I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient fairy tale Tan's looking for. Interested?
You don't mind treading on the initiative director's toes?
What would he do? Pool funding we don't have? I'm game if you are.
Yep.
Okay, interview away.
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues. Would you agree?
All expeditions have to deal with supplies, enemies, or, hell, just getting lost. We'll deal with all of them. We just need time.
Tan will love that. But if that's your take, that's what goes in. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet I'll have more questions later.
Yeah.
This was more fun than I expected.
Yeah.
You're great. I'll get to work editing.
The true answer there was probably something like not planning for this kind of thing was, sloppy. We really should have done. I'm probably going to have to go back to where I was now, aren't I? But I want a monkey. Space monkey. Information wall? Haven't looked at this
Hello,
yet.
I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that the vision of the Nexus has come to life. You and all your colleagues bind our proud new colonies together. Look around at your achievements. And if you have any questions, my door is always open.
Founder Garson's office is located at workspace not allocated. Please select a topic.
Well, that's actually...
Viable planets capable of supporting life are key to our survival in Andromeda. The viability of a world is affected by several factors, including temperature, resources, threat levels, political stability, and so on. With a major outpost founded, the planet Eos is now reclassified as viable for habitation.
Okay. Well, I don't think we need that just yet. Okay, so I'm thinking, yeah, I do have to go back. Sadly, jumping is disabled here. It looks like... Yep. Oh dear, yeah, well we want a monkey. I mean, come on. Yeah, absent an answer of, you know, we absolutely should have anticipated, you know, like, you know, these problems are serious, but we should have, you know, we should not be surprised they exist, would actually have been the answer I would have liked to give.
Here we are, one young Pyjack. Ready to see Andromeda, huh? Sam, can you send a note to Kesh? Make sure our new friend gets delivered to the Tempest.
Acknowledged.
We'll do that later. Gives you more mods. So there's all sorts of interesting things here, apparently. You can buy all sorts of stuff. I can sell my salvage. Where is sniper rifle? Sniper rifle calibrated receiver, what does that do? I get extra 50% ammo. Tactical scope. Increases the weight but improves the accuracy. And then ultralight materials, vented barrel. No, I don't actually want that. That I want. A tactical scope. Sounds good. And the ultralight materials. Now what will allow me for assault? Slightly slower rate of fire for much more accuracy. Some more damage for... Yep, let's buy all those augments. Alright. Quite why I can't. That's a rubbish pistol. So I'm not sure why I can't seem to necessarily use all of the equipment that I have, but we'll have a look at that later. And then we've got the vehicle merchant. I don't suppose you've got anything we'd actually want. Like a gun. No. No, you've just got paint jobs and agility mode. For an expert vehicle, which is so totally not me. Right, okay. Well, I don't want to visit the Pyjack just yet, because we're going to have to go back to the... we've got to speak with... Let's go talk to our murderer. which will be back where we just were. Because I am efficient.
Residents are still mourning the loss of Gene Garson, and the initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the Scourge. An official tribute is planned, though Director Jaren Tan has provided a few details so far.
Without Gene, we wouldn't be here. But now that we are here, we need to focus on surviving before we can celebrate.
This is HNS. Superintendent Cash reminds everyone.
I hear you went down to EOS. Did you find anything to help my case?
An enemy blast to the back killed the chief. Your shot missed.
What? You're kidding me. Thank the spirits. This is great.
Hold on there. The chief's Omni tool recorded you over the body. Sam, play back.
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock. Shit.
Not only did you think you killed him, you meant to.
But you just said I didn't, so it doesn't matter, right?
It's still attempted murder.
Conviction will have to be overturned. The sentence thrown out.
Director Tan will determine what's to be done. You did try to cover it all up.
Look, I'm sorry I lied, but if my shot missed, I'm innocent. Plain and simple.
We'll see about that.
Attempted murder is like, you know, still a crime. You don't... Firefighters? Where are these guys? Oh, I'm going to leave the map, aren't I? They're over there.
A worker was lost in space during repairs in the Nexus hull.
So it must be in here, but not back. Ah.
Superintendent Cash
Oh, no, maybe. No, it is. We got to go somewhere again. There. Off we... Really? Docking bay again?
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
I'm going to be extremely annoyed if, like, you know, pointing out that attempted murder is still a crime is not actually an option you are given. Oh, it says it's up. Okay, so it's probably up here. There's a couple more quests around I just saw pop up as well. I'll give it that. I mean, the Nexus feels like a large space base, which is cool. I approve of that.
Hello, Pathfinder. A moment?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
I have a math problem. Some vital equations that only a mind like Sam's could solve. They concern strange transmission patterns in the Scourge. Perhaps random noise, perhaps not.
It's worth looking into.
That could be a ship, or even turbulence in the Scourge we should know about.
Given the complexity and the security implications, I recommend transferring the equations directly into SAM node. I have them on an optical storage disk for you.
I'll see if I have time.
Thank you, Pathfinder. Please thank Sam as well.
Don't clip through me, that's very rude. Oh, let's talk to Chief Lucan.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Sure thing. What terminal am I accessing? Not you. Helios assignments. Tempest? No, not you. Journal. Additional tasks. Hitting rocks for science. Let's track it so I can find this terminal I need. It's that one over there. Okay. Okay, I guess I did it. Scan minerals. Okay, fine. See if the professor needs anything.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies.
Broad strokes, these are
If you
fetch
add more
quests.
bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Phalanx pistol. I compare it to the existing pistol I have. It does a lot more damage than the Predator, but it weighs a lot more. Oh, these are ready to develop. Yeah. What have I actually got in my equipment? Weapons. Pistols. So I've got a Charger, Predator, and a Pathfinder Ranger. I can do skills in here, but not equipment. I can do profiles. So this is where I can see. So I've got a Deep Space Explorer, which gives me more XP. And I've got a Scavenger Helmet, which gives me more stuff. But I don't see where I'm supposed to select that stuff. I've got 3 chest pieces. Initiative Armor gives you XP encounter. That's just much better in general. Like, how do I actually pick these? I've got 3 sniper rifles. An Incisor, Pathfinder. Crafted sniper rifle, which is better than the rare sniper rifle. Oh, well, argue with it later, I guess. Okay, so we've picked up Hitting Rocks for Science, Comparatively Alien, so scanning. Scanning people. That one's on hold. Got to speak with Edison's assistant. Got to find data cores. Got to scan bodies. We've got to see the monkey. Done that. I've got to run the equations at SAM node on Arc Hyperion. So if I do that one, where's it telling me to go? Okay, that's a dead end. But I'm sure that earlier I saw, yep. I saw an exclamation point.
Sure glad I went to school for it.
What's the trouble?
I've got power shortages throughout the station. I can't for the life of me find the cause. Oh, whoa, you're the Pathfinder. Hey, sorry, please ignore me. You've got way more important things to do.
Power to the Nexus is pretty important. I'm happy to help.
That's great, because I'm at a loss. There are obvious short circuits cropping up all over the place. A Pathfinder's eye might reveal something.
There's a power short here. We could scan the area.
So let's turn that off because we've got... No. Is it additional tasks, is it? Yep. Apparently. Broken wires. Okay, there's a couple of different areas to do that for. Ah. Are there any in here? Yep, there are a few in here. Right, well, we'll do those while we're around. Seems like there's one in the tech lab. Somewhere. It looked like it was in the tech lab.
Another
Anyway.
power short.
It's that scourge I'm wondering about. Standard colony
Where?
radiation shield can handle it. By age.
And its gas weather can expand 300%.
Hey, Kieran, how about you not dissect things over lunch?
So one over there, one over, and then some in operations. Okay, fine. That must have been it. Ah, in the cultural exchange. Well, we wanted to go in here.
I'm Jean Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus,
Scan to assess the nature of the damage.
please have a look around.
Welcome to the Cultural Exchange Center.
Enjoy learning about the
Please have a look around.
people who have arrived.
We're just Pathfinder. I'm glad you could stop by.
Do you have a fetch quest for me?
Just while we set everything up.
Yeah, what is this place?
What goes on here?
The Cultural Center is a place where new races we've met can visit and exchange ideas. They can learn more about the Milky Way species, while we foster an air of cooperation and understanding. We're just getting everything ready. Hopefully it won't be long before we have our first visitors.
Have you heard anything about the cat?
Unfortunately, yes. Now, that's a species we won't be inviting here anytime soon. I'd hoped our encounters would be peaceful, but I suppose that was too much to ask.
I suppose. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Of course, our hope is that you'll make friends in the cluster and send them our way.
I'll do what I can.
And when you have a second, check back with me on a favor I'd like to ask.
Okay, well there you go. You do have a fetch quest for me.
Pathfinder, do you have a moment? We, need to explain you.
Explain me?
Our new VI over there is meant to describe the role of our Pathfinders, but it just lost all its settings in a crash. If you could fix them, that would really help us out. Just talk to the VI, and it'll do the rest.
Okay.
Thanks.
Of course.
That is a quest that we can easily do, because it's right here.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation.
Hello there, neighbor. I'm Jean Garson, the founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I thought you might like to hear more about our plans.
Okay.
Great. If you're seeing this, it means our Pathfinders have done their job and made new friends in the galaxy. Welcome to the Nexus. But I want to put your mind at ease. Seeing our arcs arrive in your neighborhood probably raised some concerns. I'm happy to address them.
What are you planning to do in this galaxy?
Great question. I'd be worried about that too. I can assure you, we have no hostile intentions whatsoever. We're pilgrims who simply want to live in peace. We're eager to learn about new cultures, new ideas, and share our own with you. But we understand trust needs to be earned, no matter what galaxy you're in. And the initiative looks forward to doing just that.
Why did you leave the Milky Way?
I get that question a lot. Many of us have a deep curiosity that needs to know what else is out there. Our own Milky Way is just one tiny speck in a universe full of mysteries. And speaking for myself, the thought of exploring those mysteries in Andromeda was a call to adventure I could not resist. Thank you for taking the time to listen. On behalf of my fellow Milky Way travelers, we couldn't be more excited about what the future holds for all of us.
Okay, that was not apparently the one that it wanted me to talk to. So I better find the one it wanted me to talk to. It's that one down there. Ah, we got much more. We've got a Solarian VI, a human, Krogan, Osari, Turian, and a Pathfinder VI.
Welcome to the setup for your Pathfinder Informational VI. I have programmed with all relevant data. However, you must identify which information I should prioritize. First, select your preferred voice and appearance, male or female.
Female, please.
Variable set. Which aspect of the Pathfinder's role should be highlighted? Exploration and discovery or first contact with new species?
Meeting new species.
Variable set. Next, should I emphasize the role of the Pathfinder team or their partner AI?
Go with the Pathfinder's team.
Variable set. Finally, should I provide career advice for future Pathfinders or an honor of former Pathfinders?
I want you to give career advice.
Setup complete. Would you like to keep these settings?
It all sounds good to me.
Thank you for choosing this Pathfinder Information VI. Implementing changes.
And we leveled up from doing it. Now I assume if I... So let me see what we've said.
Tell me about Pathfinders.
Pathfinders are often the first to encounter new species, making them the first contact ambassadors, as well as explorers. They work hard to ensure everyone knows the initiative is peaceful.
Tough job. Do Pathfinders have help?
Each Pathfinder has a team of talented specialists, drawn from multiple backgrounds and species.
How does someone usually become a Pathfinder?
The minimum requirements are survival training, AI compatibility testing, and military or scientific experience. If you're interested, submit your candidacy to the Pathfinder headquarters.
Done.
If you see a Pathfinder on your travels, be sure to say hello.
I have completed a quest. So we've got those. Broken wires is an important one. Speak with Addison's assistant. And then Helios assignments. We've got meeting the monkey, which we can do when we get back on them. Firefighters, which we've done. Needs to go to Arcarperion, wherever that is. First murderer, we've got to speak to Tan. Memory triggers. And then we've got Addison and Tan. Cool. Oh, and we leveled up, didn't we? We got 5 points. Not enough to level up either of those. What are these? That one is... Oh, hold the line. It's better out of those. I don't think you can't buy that as well, unfortunately. But I can get my... Oh, I can get a pistols upgrade, but... I'm thinking that one. Because by default I'm generally going to use assault rifles. soldier profile is now at level 2. That's in here, yes. 54. So rank 3 needs 54 skill points invested in combat. Uh-huh. Does that mean everybody else leveled up? Yes, they did. Let's level everybody else up. Vetra's got just 2 points. Drax got 3 points. Baby's got 2. Well, let's upgrade her invasion skill. And Liam's got 2 as well. Yeah, I'll get you better frag grenade. There we go. Everybody's upgraded. To the extent that they can be right now.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly peace ambassadors.
Back to operations. Operations, here we come.
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus Hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is Agent S. Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area. A ray of hope for Sleep Star residents.
How many times have I told you this story?
343.
Pathfinder, I believe you found the culprit responsible for the power shortages.
Rushan, that's not funny.
Alert Professor Herrick to come secure it.
Well, that's all that done. That was easy. Okay, that's that. Drax here, that's interesting. Can I talk to him at the moment? Apparently not. I can talk to Kesh. Anything else I want to scan in here? Nope. Okay.
Pathfinder, thanks for helping Raj and Zara find Abby.
That's not what I wanted. Helios assignments, Nexus. I'll speak to Tam. Spoken to that. Is it additional tasks then? There was something in here that we had to speak with Addison's assistant.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
No, it isn't what we wanted, but what choice do we have? How the hell should I...
Please address concerns first with Director Addison. One must obey protocol.
Okay, I have to talk with Addison first. Fine. We will do that.
You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. My department actually has colonial affairs to direct. And you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
Sam said there was new functionality to discuss.
It's how the initiative was designed to support the Pathfinder. You and your team are out there making Andromeda viable. That empowers all of us. Hit a threshold. A new cryo group can be brought out. Want more focus on research, like on prodromos? That's your call. Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutiae. All you need to do is decide what life in Andromeda means. No pressure.
Hello, Pathfinder. I am Cryo Deployment Administrator Vladimir Breca, C-63 Galati. Your first task is to decide irrevocably the course of every life in the initiative.
You're kidding?
Yes, of course. But now you respect what we're doing. Andromeda viability and the Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our future. How can I help?
What's the rundown on AVP?
Much of the preparation in the Milky Way was determining how to measure success. Thresholds are about capacity, but this is about cost, what we can actually afford to support. Points aren't the most elegant system, but it makes it clear. The more you earn, the more we can deploy.
How are you measuring thresholds?
It's based on resource estimates and general stability, a metric of acceptable scope and risk. The more you achieve, the greater capacity we can accommodate, the more the initiative can do for you. Simplest explanation, the more you do, the more room we have to grow.
So I decide what groups to wake up. Won't everyone be out eventually?
Absolutely, but there's an order to things, a lines of support. You can't deploy an omelet without first deploying eggs, and eggs won't get you steak. Except it's people, and how all our lives begin.
Okay, what's
All right,
first?
Brekka. Where do I start?
The interface is active and will respond only to a Pathfinder. It's ready for your first selection. You may begin shaping the initiative at your leisure.
Oh, lucky me.
We await your first application of AVP, Pathfinder. Just access the interface.
So I have to do this before it will let me do the other thing. Okay. 1 cryopod points available, no rewards to collect. Commerce pods, military pods. So financial infrastructure, grey market, trade capacity. Economic planners later the infrastructure will benefit, earn credits for investments at higher regular intervals, improve prices when buying or selling, increase inventory. Military pods. Munitions, increase the drop of consumable supplies at regular intervals, receive organic materials at regular intervals, receive tech materials at regular intervals, reveal hidden caches, earn 15% more credit for Apex. Don't care about Apex because that's the multiplayer. I mean, Special Forces and Reconnaissance don't sound too bad. And then what do we got here? Earn research points at regular intervals, receive a selection of minerals at regular intervals. There we go. We're getting mining operations. And we can get another one in 45 minutes. Okay.
Pathfinder, AVP leveling continues as per your directions.
That's nice.
And of course, the interface remains accessible for any future adjustments. Sweet protocol and the process. Now we're living.
Okay, let's just
Another
double check
time.
this mission.
Pathfinder.
What is this task? V to accessibility. So the family of an insurance are asking that Shiva to join them instead of waiting. Okay, so it's about that. Fair enough. And V for viability. EOS is at 80%. We're at Nexus level 2. We need 267 more AVP. Okay, so let's talk to him.
Pathfinder?
I have a specific person I want brought out of cryo.
Name and designation if available.
That's it? You'll just do it?
Nowhere in my job description does it say argue with the Pathfinder. That said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there will be no doubt that you're responsible.
Let's keep this between us. Here's the info.
Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else,
Nope.
Pathfinder?
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Okay, so return to Pajomas at some point. That's not going to be my next quest, that's for sure. So I think we've just got Tan twice now.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
And unless I've lost my mind, he's over here.
Good to see you. Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey Ryder, Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration. We haven't found home yet.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage over those who doubted you.
And you're my best friend.
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
Due respect, Director Tan, but you don't know me.
Oh, I think I do. Your ingenuity speaks for itself, Ryder. Deciphering the vault, alien terraforming. It's not how we imagined all this, but a good Pathfinder improvises. And a great one hangs it on the wall. Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It wouldn't have been possible without my crew. They're a talented bunch.
But you're their beacon.
Careful, he'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Ah, my staff.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the initiative.
Acting director.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake. We should be cooperating.
That's what I've been saying since we arrived.
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder's support.
I have concerns about your decision on Eos, Ryder. An outpost full of scientists won't do as much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. Now we move on.
That is relatively simple.
What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight for sure.
Yep.
You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Though with Ark still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
I wasn't really asking for it.
Of course. I support that kind of enthusiasm.
Right.
Oh, wow. Leveled up again?
Ryder, this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your brother, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely be doing
A
that.
reminder, you have AVP outstanding.
Right. Have to talk to Addison's assistant about...
Okay. Apparently I've got more of those too. I still need to talk to Tan about the other thing. Go to the Onayan system, write a family secrets, which we can do in a bit. First murderer. Before we talk to him, let's save it. Just in case it doesn't give you any real, reasonably sensible options.
You're off to a promising start. I meant what I said. You are a symbol now of hope that things will get better. Though I worry about this terraforming network. What do we really know about it?
It's like nothing we've ever seen. It's clear somebody had big plans for this cluster.
But who?
Not sure yet, but at least we're on the trail.
Did you have some other business?
Director, I checked out that murder. Nilkin didn't do it, but there's proof that he meant to.
This is unfortunate. We're trying to give the people a sense of stability, leadership they think they can count on. And we're setting precedent for justice here in Andromeda. Now this, a convicted murderer who didn't commit the murder.
These things are almost never black and white.
I know. If we suppress the evidence and uphold the conviction, we're banishing a man for a crime he technically didn't commit. If we throw the conviction out, we're freeing a man who tried to take matters into his own hands, then covered it up. Your investigation complicated this. You should take responsibility for the outcome. Do we still exile him for murder?
That's... See, this is stupid. Where is the answer? We should still punish him for the crime he attempted to commit. Like you should disclose what you found. That should be an option. Disclose what was discovered, but still punish him. Exiling him doesn't do any good. Then you just got a guy who likes to shoot people out there.
It was crazy down there. Life and death. But his shot didn't kill Reynolds. We have to let him go.
You're a bottom line type of person. I hope we don't regret it. All right, so be it. He will do community service for his role in the chaos. But he's a free man. Well, at least we'll have the sordid business behind us.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster. For important updates.
Yeah. I mean, he should have suffered a more serious punishment than that. But we should not lie about what he actually did. So, Cryo Bay, nothing else seems to be on here, okay.
Hey, Ryder, I'd like a moment.
Yes? Lieutenant Sayax, right?
That's me. I'm putting together Apex strike teams to protect the
Oh, we
people
still
and
need to talk
assets
to
you're
what's
setting up out there.
the other guy too, don't we?
We don't have a good sense of what we're up against and could benefit from your experience.
I'll have Sam upload our insights on the Ket, Remnant, and outlaw forces we've encountered.
Thanks. You'll see. Apex will make a difference.
Okay, so you can gather intel.
Supply request is in. Meds, mail, and MREs coming your way.
Right, so we had unused Apex points, I believe. So that's up here. Get Ryder running. Run, Ryder, run! Run, Ryder, run, Ryder, run, run, run. It says I've got unused points. That is not true. Unless there's some other way to... This is cryopods. Yeah, that's all, yeah?
How may I assist?
What's your take on the state of the initiative?
Please consult the AVP interface. It has a thorough breakdown of your progress.
And your personal opinion?
Your progress thrills me. Make my job obsolete, Pathfinder. I dare you.
Okay, so there's
Another time.
Pathfinder.
So that was the cryopod. Is there another interface somewhere that I'm missing? Not that I can see. It appears to just be that one. No rewards. There's nothing else in here. All we can do is go in. We'll probably do some of this later, or next, like the getting raw materials on a regular basis, hunting parties and special forces, for instance. But okay, so it was telling me fibs. Right, fair enough. When Sam told me there was more stuff, he was lying. Time for Cryo Bay.
The recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors of the Nexus. Director Tan,
Which we haven't been to.
for your safety, this is HNS.
At least not recently. Oh, there are definitely a bunch of quests here.
You'll need to clear immigration. There was some kind of emergency when we arrived.
This is not good. Damn exile.
That doesn't sound scary.
Top scientists have the dark energy anomaly.
Nope, alright. Where are these? There's one just in. Oh, there's so a couple just inside the door. Alright. Alright, there's one. Medic. No, not going to let me talk to him. Oh, there we go, finally. Jeez.
Boy, Pathfinder. Today has not been a good day.
Why's that?
A large shipment of medical supplies intended for Prodromus was intercepted by those damned exiles. Scouts confirmed they'd divvied the supplies up among their own outposts.
I'll see what I can do about reclaiming them.
That would be great. Thanks. Maybe when you come across them assholes, you can rectify all this.
Well, I'd like to get them back on, you know, the team, but we'll see.
Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy. Just got out of cryo.
Welcome to Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Nigel.
Yeah. You were gonna start families out here together. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash had its match. Will you reunite them?
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think. If you could leave the pendant there.
I can do that.
Harry, what's happening with Scott?
Well, we got him out of the pod. I don't want to get your hopes up, but Sam managed to, find him, you might say.
I don't follow.
Well, he's still in a coma, but he also has an implant like yours, and Sam managed to access it. He's made contact.
I wouldn't think that's even possible.
You and me both, but Sam, well, I guess supercomputers have a different view of things.
Though in a coma, Scott's mental processes remain intact.
So is he okay?
You can ask him yourself. A moment while I establish a link with his implant. Proceed.
Scott? Can you hear me?
Is that you, Sarah? I don't understand. What's happening?
There was a problem with your stasis pod. You're in a coma on the Hyperion. Do you understand?
Wow, really? How are we talking?
Sam linked into your implant, but they say you're stable. You're safe and sound in the medbay.
Guess I'll take your word for it. I can't feel anything, but I still hear you. Is Dad okay?
I'm not sure how to say this, but he's dead, Scott.
What?
There was an accident.
What do you... accident? How? I mean, Dad...
I know. It was all very sudden. Nothing anyone could do.
I don't believe it.
I'm sure he'd want to be here now.
Did we at least find home? Dad kept talking about how amazing it would be.
We're working on it. You see, again, like you need a real answer here that is
There's been
actually true.
some complications. The Golden Worlds didn't exactly deliver.
I don't understand. I thought...
Scott?
This is all wrong. This is a nightmare.
Scott, it's okay. I didn't mean to.
His pulse rate is increasing rapidly.
I don't feel well.
That's enough for now. He needs to rest.
Scott.
Telling him true things doesn't work very well for him, it would appear. Is this like a standard, you know, like shaggy redhead do for all the science medic types? Because boy, it seems a common pick. Anyway, not going to track that anymore. I think it's time. What do we got on Helios? Aid Apex, gather intel. Yeah, that's fine. Firefighters, run the equations. It's not a bad one, actually. Habitation deck. I don't think we've been
As sleepers wake from stasis, the initiative urgently requires blood.
there this trip yet, have we?
Donations. See a medic if you think you may be eligible. This is Agent S.
It's you, Pathfinder. I have a word or two for you.
Is there a problem?
Your father is my problem. He's everyone's problem.
Well, he's dead.
We're all paying for Alec Ryder's ego. He preyed on Jean Garson's trusting nature and bulldozed us to this godforsaken place. Now she's dead, and we'll all soon follow.
This might be my dad's mess, but I will clean it up.
Talk about ego. You're no different from him. You think you can do this all yourself. Go to hell, Pathfinder.
Yeah, whatever. Yep, we just, you know, people leave things lying around, we take them. That's because we're like the chosen one. You get to do that when you're the chosen one. You can take other people's stuff without asking. It's totes how it works, apparently. Oh no, yeah, we spent a bit of time here before, didn't we?
Welcome back, Sarah.
Dr. Aradana at the tech lab sent some equations for you to solve.
I'm ready.
Transferring them now. Have fun. Hey, what the... Sam?
Malicious code detected. Please stand by.
Sam?
Detecting decode command malicious code. Please stand by.
Is there anything I can do? Sam? Is that another malfunction, or... Sam? You trying to show me something?
He's trying to show me that I should go over here and hit that with that.
Wait, wrong order. Wait, wrong order.
Alright, okay.
Okay, I think I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Sam, talk to me.
Hello, Pathfinder. Please initialize the console to restore normal operations.
Sam, what happened?
The equations contained a Trojan horse program, a virus, specifically targeted to sever our connection and render me helpless. Reconnecting would be impossible.
That would take an expert.
You'd need a crack AI programmer to create a virus like that.
Yes. Only my unique adaptions prevented permanent damage.
Unlock the door. Let's head to the tech lab and see what Dr. Aradana has to say.
Let's do a quick loop to see if I spot any more. Nope, didn't see any more things. Oh, I think I hit the wrong thing. I did hit the wrong thing. Oh. Never mind. Let's go talk to the doctor about her malicious code. We can also find out about that animal. Presumably Dr. Herrick has that.
This is Kemp DNA? Are you sure the scan isn't contaminated?
I'm certain, Professor.
Welcome, Pathfinder. Did Sam solve the equations I sent?
Solve them? They almost brought down Sam Node.
The equations contained a virus designed to target artificial intelligence.
You think Never. I abhor violence against any life, organic or synthetic.
Then how did this happen?
Then how did the virus find its way into your equations?
Perhaps my files were altered or replaced. But why?
I've seen a lot of down with AI sentiment lately. Graffiti, complaints to 10. Perhaps someone took the next step.
Everything's uncertain. Maybe they just want to feel safer.
Attacking Sam is bold, though. I wonder if there have been similar incidents.
The VI kiosk was busted this morning.
I can look around.
Pathfinder Rider, if you will.
Look for anti... So does he acknowledge that we fixed his problem?
Sure glad I went to school for this. Thanks for nothing, education.
Why does... Man, lots of people filing complaints with Tan. That one pops up a lot.
Artificial intelligence is a threat to all organic life. Why not ask for more details? Detecting Pathfinder Rider.
Hi there. Excuse the educational stuff. I hacked Venus, sock puppet. So, our virus set you free. Hope you're doing better without that AI jammed into your head.
Who am I talking to right now?
A friend. Our movement sent the virus to save you.
Pathfinder, it's possible they don't realize their virus failed. Pretending that it worked might win their trust.
Hello? Ryder?
The disconnect was very sudden. I'm grateful, just woozy.
It'll pass. See, this is what our movement's all about stopping. Knight says human AI merging is a threat to all life. She'd know, trust me. Oh, Knight's our founder. The virus wouldn't exist without her.
I should thank Knight in person.
I'll ask her. She might even give you a tour of our sanctuary.
Great, thanks.
Can't promise anything, but what's your email? Bye.
So is it now on hold?
A whole movement of AI-hating hackers with a leader called Knight.
She and her followers seem to have experience with human-AI partnership.
If they attacked you, they're capable of anything. I'll check my email. We need to find them.
The Hannibal VI on Earth's
Okay.
moon killed dozens of elite soldiers. Imagine what it could do to your family.
So, yeah, just on hold. Monkeys in space! It's not as good as pigs in space. Remember pigs from the Muppets? Pigs in space!
We've had no trouble, Pathfinder.
Yes, board the Tempest and depart. I feel like there should be an option to get on board, but I think we've done everything we need to do. We can always come back if we haven't.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
Okay, well, we'll go see Gil momentarily.
So this is what you and Ryder do for fun? Explore weird vaults that try to kill you?
We fly into space clouds that try to kill us too. I deserve a
Whoops.
break.
Looks like our Pyjack friend got out of his cage. He'll be fine. Won't he? The exercise will probably do him good.
Yeah, sure. That's not going to go well, but never mind. Additional tasks. Task Lost Brother, place the pendant. Find the medical raid things. Priority Ops, which is Trail of Hope. Allies. Helios assignments. On hold, gather intel. Scanning wildlife, placing pendants. Hitting rocks, which is scanning minerals. Remnant data cores, medical supplies, scan Andromeda wildlife, place the pendant. And return to Prodromus. So we've got a couple of Prodromus ones. Okay. So we will want to go there.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in Assistant Director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tam came down hard. Too hard. So we left.
Fair enough.
Kesh is alone on that station now.
Do you think Kesh can handle station politics?
Kesh can handle anything. Thing is, Spender's a liar and a coward. He was part of the mutiny, I know he was. A lot of people got hurt because of him, on both sides.
Well, we'll look into it.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
I don't love being called kid.
I'll try to stop doing that. Can't promise I won't slip up, though.
saw we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Yeah, we're okay. I don't
Actually, never mind.
feel like... Okay, see
I'll
you
let you
around.
get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I don't feel like there's a need to go prying into anything just yet.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
Let's get everyone fed before we start flower gardens.
Fair. But everyone around here has dreams. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
Maybe. Right, so it looks like all of the various crew members have had their... they've got new interactions available, so it's going to be worth wandering around the ship and seeing everybody. So this is a dead end. Stuff up here we can do? I can never remember. Yeah, there's a VidCon. No calls available at this time. We've got the ladders.
Where's my data pad? Oh, how'd you get under there?
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh, I wasn't I?
Right, so I need to work out... Oh, now we can finally actually pick something else. That's better XP, and that's more ammo and reduced weight. Wait. I think we're going to get that one. We've got deep space. Okay, so deep space. Oop. So we're using deep. So for armor, we are now using deep space everywhere. Okay, so you just do everything else. Can we do anything here? It doesn't allow any slots. Okay, so one thing initiative armor does do is allow slots. But then everything else is all one. It would appear. There's something going on here. Oh, I can select a... Sure. I don't feel like that matters overly much, but we'll take that one. So a Pathfinder Observer, which is the crafted one, I think. Yep. So it carries, it's much better. That's what we want, and then we want to obviously... So that increases the ammo, that increases the accuracy, and that decreases the weight. That's better. And then in assault rifles, the Pioneer seems... I mean, the Avenger is accurate, the Pioneer is not. But it fires faster, it does a lot more damage. And hopefully I can do some upgrades to, you know, help. So I could put a scope in it, which is 32 accuracy. Whoop. That'll help, obviously. Was receive a rifle penetration damage, just straight up damage, and accuracy. Even more accuracy, basically. Okay, cool. That'll do us. Confirm the loadout. Right. Now, let's check our other people, because they've all got new talkie talks, one assumes. No sign of PB in the escape pod. Okay, so she must be hiding out somewhere else on the... oh, check the email. Okay, so we've got another interview. Acknowledge. Doctor's one of the nosiest Asari I've ever met, and that's saying a lot. From leader, prior to be here. No place I'd rather be. Here's where we get to fix things. Since we have people on the ground, I'll have eyes on how to get them. So sort of make it as why I joined Hustle. From Vetra, I thought I ought to clarify, I said something about back channels doing what I have to do, being on extra in the bad times, I just got used to ugly things. In the end, I'm here to help you, so if there's anything you don't like, I won't do it. Simple as that. In case you're interested, from such as my Krogan thesis mentioned you, I know only 500 pages wasn't allowed to go over. You get through it or write a longer dissertation. Yeah. News from EOS, I could use your help with something Hanley's working on. Okay, so there's something to do there. Right. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. And I've acknowledged that. Cool. Well, let's go find the people on the ship. PB's gone somewhere, I don't know where. Bathroom, that's right, the bathroom comes through into here. Which gives me my crew info board. There's that. Wonder where PB's decided to go hide out. I do need to speak to Gil, who should probably be down here somewhere, you would think. Somebody's here.
Petra, I hear this joker beat you at poker too. Where'd you hear that? A gloating, Brody. It was a close game.
Okay, so there's a bunch of people in here.
Watch it. Forget him. Let's get a game.
Start with Vetra.
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
Someone had to know. Maybe they just didn't tell us.
Did your father?
I'm not sure.
I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
Plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
That's not really a
Keep that
plan,
drive.
it's a
Makes
goal.
me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
It can't be that simple.
Oh, but it is. Most things are simple once you know the trick to them.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
So, I mean, PB was talking to her, but I don't know where PB actually is. I don't see her around at the moment. It's a bit weird. I suppose they could have been over comms or something.
Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Nothing there I wanted to delve into. Liam's quarters. I do like that people don't actually hang, like in the earlier games, they would always be in exactly the same spot, which is convenient in terms of you can always know where to find them, but it did feel a bit static. So I like that this one doesn't do that. Oh, there she is. Okay, she's hanging out up here.
Hi there. Just checking in. What's up? What was it like for you on the Nexus? Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
So you can flirt with her. Not gonna do...
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Or that's maybe asking her about the fact that she flirts, I don't know. But I don't think we're going to pursue any particular romances.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the Initiative.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
You mean how jazzed you were that a Pathfinder showed up?
Tomato, potato. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Right. So I think it's time to move on. What was that? AVP. Oh, so we can do AVP status control from here as well. That's handy. I approve of that. Oh, we may as well talk to these two. We haven't talked to the whole crew yet.
Hello, Gil. When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that was everything. We did email already.
I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding how big it is. And how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
With what it has to do, it could go thousands of miles below the surface of the planet.
Or completely span it. An underground network. Just a thought, of course. I wouldn't even know where to start hypothesizing how it all works. The remnant builders, whoever, whatever they were, accomplished something far beyond us.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life. If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
I take it you work closely with the Nexus science team?
I try to keep in contact with them. We discuss anything and everything we discover out here. After all, many brains are better than one, and Dr. Aridana is worth 2 or 3 at least. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda all the way from home.
It confused me too. I mean, the light lag would have made any data 2 million years out of date. So I asked Dr. Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't our tech that did it. It was the Geths.
You're kidding. Those killer robots we had in the Milky Way?
Those exact ones. The Initiative obtained data from an array in deep space. A Geth construct. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an FTL sensor.
FTL sensor. So a faster-than-light telescope? They could survey Andromeda as it was?
Not exactly, but it cut down the lag by enough. We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
How did the Initiative even get its hands on Geth knowledge? They're isolationist and hostile.
I don't know, Ryder. Maybe I don't want to know.
Okay, we'll talk later.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
The The romance kind of options seem very kind of, they're just there. Hey, you seem hot. You know, like, I like you. Okay, so we're still here, aren't we? We haven't actually gone anywhere yet. So yeah, let's disembark. We don't actually need to go anywhere to look into the thing that Drac asked us to look into, and to go talk to the journalist. We do have to sit through cutscenes. Additional tasks.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need this equipment.
Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
Oh, it's him.
What do you want?
Whatever's going on, it's not fair to take it out on me.
Apologies, you're right. This is not your fault.
He was pretty abusive towards you. Is that normal?
Yes, he's horrible. Working with him is a total nightmare. Just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep the stasis pods going.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
You'd think your boss would have the power to do something.
She hates Spender, but there's only one of her, and she can't always be around to deal with him. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal we talking here?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it. Kesh can tell you more.
Uh-huh. Well, that's easy enough to do. We'll get on. I'm just doing a quick scan for... So Vetra hangs out here while we're around.
Hey, Pathfinder.
Where do they find these people?
Yep, so yes, you see, you can wander around here and... Yep. Find the place where the E works.
Hi. Gil Brody is your engineer, right?
That's right.
I'm Bailey. I used to work with him in the hangars here. You wouldn't happen to know if he's available, would you?
Depends on what you mean. His duties keep him pretty busy.
No, I mean like a... Oh, never mind. Just, tell him I said hi, huh?
I'll do that. I don't know that that's actually a...
EOS. Outpost Prodromos is being established as a science center.
Those doors don't open. Yep. Like that we have immigration staff. We don't actually have any immigration yet, but we have staff for it. Important to get those guys out of cryo, definitely.
Construction and repairs continue on various parts of the Nexus. Authorities have no word on completion and remind visitors to avoid affected areas. This is HNS.
So is she lurking outside Tan's office again? Looks like it. Oh, maybe not. No, she's looking up here this time.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute? Hi. The documentary's going great. Your comments really got people talking. Director Tan loved the first broadcast. Sent a contribution for your expenses.
Thanks.
Let's get to the juicy stuff. Scientists are excited about your new outpost, though there are questions about how prodromos can survive where Sites 1 and 2 failed.
Well, you know, the planet has been terraformed is is far more yeah. I mean, this at least reflects the fact that the planet is very different now. This is still true, but...
My team and I surveyed EOS thoroughly and even stopped the storms. The rest is up to the outpost, but the old threats are gone.
Okay, that's a reasonable answer.
Hopefully they can handle any new ones. Facing those risks must be stressful. How do you relax between missions?
You can flirt with her with you first.
I read up on the amazing things we've seen, and the Tempest has some incredible views of the cluster.
This is history too, these little moments between. Shots of this remnant tech, some narration. That completes an episode. Thanks for stopping.
Okay, that was that one. And now we want allies and relationships. Dagmar Drek. Toggle that. I assume that's going to be...
The footage of that remnant vault is sealed. Can we get a model?
Over here.
Dell told me you saw her arguing with Spender. Hijack's doing his best to throttle my department.
How's he getting away with that?
Spender doesn't know the first thing about engineering, but he knows how to play people. More importantly, he still talks to the exiles. I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it without your help.
This needs to be investigated.
I'm glad someone thinks so. Talk to Kandros. He likely has security footage, some kind of evidence. But you'll have to convince him to authorize release.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
Seems like a reasonable thing to go and talk to Kandros about. We'll save before we do in case... Oh.
Fix it. I'll handle any Glad to see you finally. I hear you've been busy out there.
That's one word for it.
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
I was told I should talk to you about the mutiny.
I wasn't on the Nexus when it happened. I started reading up on it, but you know how things get around here.
Do you know where Spender was during that time?
Why Spender? Wait, you think he might have had something to do with the mutiny?
Maybe. Just trying to sort things out.
You know, the logs I did look through showed a few discrepancies. I meant to dig deeper. If you're investigating, how about I give you access to the security vid archive?
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it for now.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area.
Huh. This file won't play. Sam, can you boost the quality?
Processing. Playback initiated.
Wait. Is he handing something over to one of the mutineers?
Take this. It'll help you. Don't.
I am sorry, Pathfinder. This backup file is corrupted. The audio tracks are heavily degraded. Someone may have deleted the original, and this version was restored during a system-wide reset.
Can we prove this, or is it just a theory?
A theory. While I cannot restore any more audio, the location appears to be Kadara.
How do you figure?
In common parlance, lip reading. I do not recognize the location from any current data. It appears mountainous and populated. We will need to find the planet before I can confirm. I will contact you via my node.
Let's go confront Spender.
Oh, what's going on over here? Something's going on.
Pathfinder, maybe you can clear this up.
How can I help?
My friend Jory was on Eos the first go-round, barely survived. Now they want him to go back.
They're saying the conditions are improved, that it's safe now, is it?
Well, it's safer.
We'll be dealing with threats on Eos for a while. If you're still recovering from your experiences, best stay on Nexus.
You see, Lana? I told you. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll do that.
No, well.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director 10 of your status.
Because yeah, the correct answer there was it is safer, but it is not safe. You need to decide, like a grown-up, whether you should go.
Ryder, is it? William Spender. Apologies if we met before. I meet a lot of people running Colonial Affairs.
Running Colonial Affairs? I thought you were the assistant director.
That's right. Assistant to Addison. So we know who does all the real work.
From what I've heard, your hands are pretty dirty. I saw the footage. You were handing something off.
What footage? From Gavorkum? Routine business meeting. Whoever you're talking to clearly has an axe to grind. And frankly, a Pathfinder shouldn't be wasting time on a witch hunt. You'd be wise to let this be.
Okay, so now we need to locate the planet. Fine. Search, journal, Helios assignments, Nexus, waiting, additional tasks, got a bunch of those. Exile raid, we'll mark. We know where Eos is, our Prodromus is, after all. Don't need to have that marked. Chunka. Right, let's head to the docking bay. See about getting medical supplies back, go to Prodromus. And basically do a bunch of stuff that is not the main mission, because, you know, you never do the main mission first in a computer game. The urgent thing is always left till last. Okay. We're right where we need to be. Sleeping dragons and the firefighters? What the heck was that? Where'd that come from? We're not going to get away from the Nexus today. You can see this cutscene a whole bunch of times, that's for sure. Huh. Workers' names mean connecting the Milky Way is notified, so 600 years. God. Lots here. Looks like it's at hydroponics, which is down this way.
Seems quiet for now.
Our Nexus, our lives.
Clan before cronies.
Our Nexus, our lives.
Well, Reese is the one who...
Make them hear. Make them know.
Hey, what's going on?
You have very silly looking hair.
Making speeches about some fresh start while your kids stay frozen.
And it's all thanks to your Pathfinder.
Excuse me?
We've waited months for our families to come out of stasis. They should have gone to your outpost.
But since you think research is so important, military personnel got bumped down the list, like my clan brothers.
All the reassignments mean they're in 10 different colony blocks now.
And my mother just got caught in the middle.
We only had resources for one outpost, so I focused on the skills we needed most.
And what we need is our families back.
Maybe you could still make this right. I just want Mom out of stasis. That's all anyone here wants.
You do stasis revivals. You can tell our leaders you're opening those pods. Today.
I authorize whole colony blocks or a few emergency revivals. I can't wake dozens of random people.
We don't care whose finger pushes the button. If you can't, our leaders can. And if you tell them, they will.
This is a big issue. Bigger than just my say-so.
Bullshit. You're the hero right now. They'll do anything you say.
They're not going to do this.
We tried petitioning Addison. She ignored us. Screw her.
Start with Kandros. He sent those 10 soldiers over there. Maybe he'll take us seriously.
Tell our leaders, wake the sleepers.
Any word?
Nope, no new orders. Keep his safeties on, I guess.
So I have to go talk to him. The answer is going to be no, though. Because we'll just get more people doing it. I'm sure if you had picked a military base, then there would be scientists protesting. They'll just slightly change the wording. Some of those character designs were pretty ordinary. And the fact that you couldn't see the people who were talking was a bit silly.
Without Gene, we wouldn't be here. But now that we are here, we need to focus on survival.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I need to talk to you about stasis revival and those protesters in hydroponics.
I see. Maybe I should get the others for this.
Protesters have seized hydroponics?
They want their families out of stasis. The outpost on Eos disrupted the schedule. They're scattered across colony blocks. Dozens of people. The protesters want this fixed today.
The realities of our position are...
We can't wake those families. We don't have the resources, and there's nowhere to put them.
We only just got on our feet. Plus it messes up the schedule again. What do you suggest?
Leave the families in stasis where it's safe and get those protesters out of hydroponics. They seem sympathetic, but so did the exiles. We can't risk another revolt. Survival is more important than family reunions.
Do you think these protests could turn violent?
We're all pioneers. Even civilians are tough enough to start something.
And interfering in hydroponics threatens our oxygen supply. They know that.
What would you do with the protesters?
I'd send in a squad and march them out. At gunpoint if we must. If they resist, a few might land in medbay, but it's better than losing hydroponics. Or the Nexus.
We have to look at the bigger picture. Get them out of there.
Kandros?
I'll send in a team, but it might go smoother if Ryder's there.
A good idea. Sometimes we have to give bad news. That's a Pathfinder's duty, too.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know, you do it for one group of people, then the next group of people are going to say, well, you did it for them, and yeah, you may as well just wake everybody, and you can't do that. Sooner or later you have to draw a line in the sand. Let's draw it early.
Just stand down, ma'am.
Or you'll shoot me. Good luck explaining that to my grandchildren.
What happened?
She was about to disconnect the water hoses, threaten all the plants.
They're saying the leaders won't wake our families. Well, this is how far we're willing to go. Their move.
If you resort to violence, so will the leadership. And they have the militia.
We're not the enemy. Why is it so hard to push a button and help Mom?
Take it easy, kid. Pathfinder's got a point.
I'll go off station if I have to. I'll find anyone who'll actually do something.
You want your mom to wake up and find you exiled? Or dead?
Reese, don't. Anything's better than that. Even the longest wait of our lives.
When our families hear about this...
They'll probably agree with a Pathfinder. You're done here. Come on.
Oh, and we acquired viability points. And reached level 10 in the process, which I think actually means we can research even better stuff than we already have. There's an armor merchant and an armor shop. Oh, I don't actually want to buy that. I was just looking. And an arms merchant. Ultra rare shotgun, rare assault rifle. It's mostly a single shot weapon. Common shotgun, common sniper. Common melee. Right. Oh, you've got stuff. None of this gear seems particularly useful right now. Okay, well. We're back to Exile Raid. And getting off the Nexus again. Don't throw another mission at me that's on the Nexus, please. Either way, we're pushing 2 hours here, so this will be the end for today. probably next time I'll play is like Wednesday night, my time. Would be my guess. Right, I'm just going to quickly check. I blame you. Six pages before he says, I see if I have to get a drink. Well, you know. Archive. Archive. Let's have a look at the galaxy map. Hooray, we actually don't have a quest. Because the Firefighters is on hold. Isn't it? Please tell me the Firefighters is on hold. Yep, waiting for an email from Knight. System view. Cluster map. Okay, so having that one set up doesn't seem, so we're going to go here. Because there are actual trackable quests here. I mean,
Pythias system, home of Eos and Prodromos.
Yeah, I know. Several quests to do here. So let's land and do them. That's my loadout, yes. Happy with that. How do I choose my team?
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Maybe it's when we get there. Well, it's looking better. Seems like there's more vegetation now. Okay, there must have been a way in there that I did not know or did not see. We got medical supplies on this planet. A memory trigger. Hitting the rocks, hitting the rocks, hitting the rocks. Lost brother. Research station. Settlement site. Talk to Darket. I don't want that. Helios assignments, Nexus? No. That's the closest thing anyway, so we'll go there first. Which is this way, I believe, yep. So can I change my loadout here and actually research, terminal, research, what's the terminal then? Just stuff. loadout. So this is where I can change my stuff. How do I change my team? Aha. Here. Still got one more that we haven't found yet. Right. We'll just go talk to this lady while we're here. Noisy. Quiet, you! And then there was a Hallie that we needed to talk to. Somewhere.
Ryder.
I wish people wouldn't just randomly say Ryder.
Pathfinder? Darket Tervian. I understand I was pulled from cryo ahead of schedule. My family is grateful, but I consider it my debt.
Everyone gets out eventually.
That may be, but the least I can do is show you the benefit. I'm exo-studies now, but in a former life, let's say I knew tactics. If I supplied the Ket on this planet, I drifted in, and there's only so many gravitational paths. Here's some navs to check for anomalies. Good hunting, Pathfinder.
Oh, excellent. Find the caches, we can do that. Anything in here? No messages. Okay. So we've got a merchant. Now there was Hallie somewhere. I assume that's back at the settlement. That's going to be at the settlement somewhere. There's the research station. We are currently here. There's the settlement site. Those are actually still worth doing though, aren't they? Where's the brother one? There. You can fast travel straight there and do it. Fast travel is helpful.
Really don't like coming back.
There's a quest over there. First thing I'm going to do though is mark that.
Back here.
Hard lessons we can't forget.
We knew Promise would die. All we could do is watch it happen.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
Okay, it's up there somewhere. Right, fine.
Radiation levels within acceptable limits.
So we have to get in and then get up. Great. How do I get up there? Holy heck.
Life support restored.
How on earth are you supposed to get up there? I mean, I don't see a,
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder. Detecting above normal radiation levels. Radiation within safe levels.
okay, so we get up this way. That's how we get up here.
Pathfinder, this is the spot where Nigel McCoy wanted you to leave his pendant.
In honor of his brother, Dash McCoy.
Okay, that's done. So now we can go back into J. Go into here. I feel like we need to go back to the settlement. I assume you can fast travel back to the settlement. Find... what's his name? There was Hallie had a mission or something. I don't know where Hallie is. But I want to find that while I still remember it. Basically. Whee! There's the boss guy over there. Just grab some more fluorite. I don't know what fluorite is for, but we may as well grab what we can of it. One's already been done, apparently.
Nexus must be waiting, Pathfinder. Relax. There will be more for you on Eos after you get back.
You sent me a message saying you wanted something.
What can you say about the Prodromos block?
Exacting bunch, as the science types always are. We'll eventually allow the staking of claims for groups with enough startup resources. Not quite gold rush, not quite land grants. Honored to lead them for as long as they need me.
We'll talk another time.
Glad to have you, Pathfinder.
Yeah, it was Hallie, but I don't know where Hallie can be found. As we go and look.
Pathfinder, over here.
Well, he wants something.
Pathfinder, Major Domo Evan Bell Scott. I have headaches, so you don't have to. Rather, so Bradley doesn't have to. I've also coordinated with your Ket expert. He wanted me to remind you to find him.
I didn't assign a Ket expert to Padromos.
Then he's a hell of a self-motivator. Here's the nav anyway. Precision is important.
Any trouble with the Ket?
Clearing the sky cleared it for the bad guys as well as us. So some uptick in hostility was to be expected. We've some tricks up our sleeves, thanks to the research teams. That only goes so far. Your expert is still out there. He'd have more current information than I.
Okay, well, we'll definitely have to
Another
look into
time.
him.
Of course.
Appreciate personal interest, but people are getting twitchy with all the messages are sending. So that was a new quest, I think. I don't know where it would have gone. Additional tasks, maybe? No, it's just on the map. Perhaps. Yep. That was the waypoint that he sent me. Hitting rocks for science. That's another waypoint. That's hitting rocks for science. Memory trigger. Okay, we'll have a quick look around, see if there's Hallie in here somewhere. Yep, Hanley.
That's who I was looking for. Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Hanley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here. But Miss, PB's notes have been very handy. Thank you.
No problem. Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
Cool, okay. Well, I'm sure that I was supposed to talk to you about something, but apparently not.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
We were all shaped by that history. Our children deserve to know how and why.
Agreed. Maybe you'll change a few minds. Thanks for stopping.
Okay. I'm sure I got an email saying Hanley had stuff for us, but apparently not, so we'll just check the rest of the buildings in the complex.
Pathfinder.
I may have already been in here. Yes, I remember this room. This is where we spoke to what's her name and she gave us the nav points. Need to get there's the supply officer.
Hello, Kim Connor. Supplies, trade, procurement. Anything you need, I can provide. Though you do have the Queen Quartermaster beside you.
You know Vetra?
Back on the Nexus, Connor worked with me to get everything for the Tempest.
But I need ground under my feet, and soon, hopefully, trade will flourish on Eos.
Is EOS trading with any new partners?
Right now, just the Nexus, but I have contracts with Wildcat salvages and independent miners. There will be more.
Does the outpost have everything it needs?
The Nexus furnished us with the basics, but that isn't enough for a home. Providing the rest is my responsibility. The labs can't work without good logistics. They'll have it.
Alright, cool.
See you later.
Be well. Come back again.
No, not anybody. Where is Jacob Mitney? Down there.
Pathfinder. Jacob Mitney, Research and Development. My team's just getting set up here, but we've made a discovery you might want to check out.
All ears.
We've put together a blueprint for augmenting your armor plating. Uploading it now. If you can collect the necessary resources from around Eos, it should work.
Sounds useful. Good thinking, Mitney.
This could form the basis for armor production across the initiative. Scrounge safely, Pathfinder.
Okay. Craft the Pathfinder chess piece. Well, lots of people in here. So I'd be right in thinking that crafting the chest, I mean, it's marked as track, but there's nothing to track, it would seem.
Bradley asked about it. Is there anything he's not overseeing?
No messages. Anything up here? There's a Hyperion model. There's a terminal with the congrats message. We can presumably resell that in the future. Hey. The research station just there. Let's see if we can make that Pathfinder chess piece. Huh. I wanted us to craft a Pathfinder, didn't it? Don't have platinum. So can't. Some stuff to do on here. That was bad before. That one's quite close to something, so we could easily fast travel there. No, it's not that close. It looks like it's up a hill. Right, so it's over there. So probably going to need to take the truck and go. But anyway, that will do for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, as I said, I'll be back in about 4 days, something like that. I don't think I'll be playing this in between times. We've got guests coming. Have a good one.